Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the second support memory boost that we have in DBZ Dokkan, and that is for the secret feelings for Videl. We're going to see just how complete the missions. The missions require you to use 4 Majin Buu Saga units for the first fight, the first stage, and then the second one you need to use 4 Savior's units. And then also obviously beat the event in 6 turns. You need to not use support items. Luckily we can use a team that completes both, so you can see that team here. It's actually very straightforward. A lot of the Saviors combo units or Hercules, so we use AGL Hercule and Buu, Tech Hercule, Physical Hercule, and then we just have the one int Ultimate Gohan. We have to include Gohan and Videl, and then we also obviously have the Majin Buu, the physical prime battle one, as a lead, and that unit obviously has their easy aim and is really cool. So overall, honestly, it's actually very straightforward, and yeah, I think ultimately it's actually a really simple stage actually to complete. So you can use a team for both. I think ultimately that's really good, and it does save everyone a bit of trouble, bit of time. And I think, yeah, in general, you just tend to be quite fine. So for me, overall, I don't know, yeah, pretty happy with how everything went. Obviously, besides that, looking at everything else, nothing too much crazy that you need to do. You've got the 2 Buus, they do a lot of damage. The second phase is against Videl. Videl is strength, so you maybe have to look out there, but realistically, they handled it more than fine. So I wasn't really too concerned with how well they did. I think they handled everything more than fine, so I just wasn't too worried realistically overall. So yeah, in general that just went pretty well. Of course, the Videl support memory secret feelings I think is pretty decent. Before it just gave you ki for the first 2 turns. They've revamped it, now it gives 2 categories, ki and attack and defense for the first 3 turns. 20%, pretty decent boost as well, so I do think there's it's a good support memory. I think you'll find use out of it. You'll definitely find use. You'll be able to use it. You'll have a good time with it. I see it having usability. It's not something that's not going to be usable. It's not something that's not going to be good for you. You are able to use it. It can do some pretty good work. Remember, for the second difficulty or even the first one, you can use support memories. So you don't have to not use support memories. You can use support memories. So yeah, I would say that as well also makes life a little bit easier. But yeah, I mean, to each their own, obviously, overall. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I think the support memory and the fights and everything is honestly pretty straightforward. So I don't really have too much to add there. I think the support memory is pretty useful. I think the overall team build, because it's so set between the 2 turns, is also actually pretty easy and useful. So yeah, I didn't really have any issues. In terms of lineup, you can just have basically a Buu and Babdi in each rotation. You can use the AGL, Buu and Hercule to tank in the first slot if you really want to. You can also have the Tech one tank if you really want to, but I really wouldn't be too concerned. It's not something I found to be ostensibly yes, maybe you can get supered by Videl on the physical unit, but you're not going to die or anything, and they still do the majority of the damage, especially when they crit. So I just think it's better. Obviously you can't get the full passive because they in general just aren't able to trigger that attack down passive. But honestly speaking, I think it's really just straightforward, so wasn't really too concerned with anything. I didn't have a huge overall concern with just in general how this works. So I think for most players you shouldn't really have any huge issues. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. Let me know if you need any more help. Or if you are obviously concerned about anything, that would also be great if you just give me an idea on what you need help with. But yeah, I will be able to see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, bye.